Welcome to a small market update as the market has been correcting a little bit. Today we're going to discuss 4 altcoins. As I saw in the comments that I've got some new friends when it came to Cardano, so we're going to discuss that one again, and we're going to do a slight view of Solana. But before that we'll be discussing Bitcoin and Ether once again as we've got that corrective day. But before that, do not forget to subscribe beneath and like the YouTube update. Also do not forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, where I'm posting daily updates on the markets. Today I've been invited for a television show, which will be on Sunday 10 a.m. on Dutch television RTL 7, which is going to be fun. Coming back to cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin at this stage, the market is just doing fine. Monthly open is where we are bouncing from, and second, we've had a pretty decent impulse wave to the upside, resulting in a move towards 48k. After that, the actual consolidation is taking place, and given the fact that we're not dropping beneath support levels here, is showing me that we're going to have continuation on the markets overall towards that area of 50k. If you go back in time and you check the previous consolidative periods, you can see that those consolidations happen all the time. Especially when the market reverses, you will see some sort of retest in which the support resistance flip is taking place. As discussed earlier this morning on Bitcoin, we stated that it's back into the range-bound construction in which we want to see sustainable support above 46.4 to 47k, which is currently the phase. Currently we are seeing that we are having that retest happening here, and that's great, as that would be a signal for buyers to step into the markets. And the more that Bitcoin is going to consolidate in this area, the more strength we will be seeing towards the altcoins as well, as those have been correcting today too, so most likely they will be bouncing back more swiftly than Bitcoin at this stage. But overall, Bitcoin is holding support at this moment. We are holding above 47k, which is great. When we're looking at Ether against USDT, it's back into the range that we've classified as very important to watch. Earlier this morning I stated we've had a slight bounce, so I would not be so sure whether we are going to get in that range. But actually we got into the range of interest. So if you want to get some interest in the markets right now on Ether, then this is probably the bounce where you want to look at. So right now we can see that we are having that support resistance flip happening at this stage. We also have a trend reversal as we broke through the resistance and we've made a new higher high since these lower highs. And now we're seeking for a higher low, which is currently happening in the markets as we do a beautiful retest of the markets here. So also Ethereum is doing pretty much fine, holding support at this stage. Losing this area, I think we go all the way back towards 3k. So this is pretty much fine, and the path towards 4k is still open for Ether. Going towards Ether against Bitcoin, we've also stated this level as a very important support level. So first of all, Ethereum held the area around 0.65, and then it bounced towards resistance, which was 0.078 Satoshi. Now a support resistance flip is happening on the previous high, which is around 0.071 Bitcoin, and it's just consolidating. So there's no real breakout, no real impulse move happening at this point, but it's most likely going to come quite fast, through which we are currently seeing the bounce from support. So the area that I personally would have been interested in with Ether is where we are hitting right now. If this is lost, I'm looking at 0.065 next. Looking at Cardano at this stage, it's still consolidating. I've clearly stated some levels that we should be looking at when it comes to Cardano, and that's the area that we've bounced from. I've been bearish on Cardano in this range, where I've actually closed a position on Cardano, which you can find in the group and also in the platform that we have in the description beneath. I've also been buying back in this range. I've placed bids there, also shared in the group. I've been filled. Since then, we're just having a very normal consolidative period. So in this range, you can easily start using the DCA approach. So are we going to get that level around $2 once again? I'm not too sure. If Bitcoin is going to lose the critical support, of course we will. But then you probably don't want to buy there in the very first manner. Probably you want to buy a little bit deeper. But in this stage, we're just consolidating like we have been doing previously. And you can see that in this week, we didn't make a new low at all. So this is the beautiful area that you want to find interest on Cardano at this stage, and most likely we're going to have a new impulse wave resulting into a run towards $5 or maybe even higher. When it comes to Solana, I've also classified very important levels here to watch. I've stated this entire region here as a very important level that we might be getting support from. Actually, I had to do the wicks here, as that is the actual support, and you can see that we've had resistance here too. When it comes to the daily time frame, I'm also looking at 110 next, and I'm also looking at the area around 96 next and $80. These three levels are very important for me to derive potential entries from, but right now we're at the first real level of aggressiveness that might be getting interesting. So we've stated this level as a potential bounce play. We've had some beautiful bounces, we've dropped beneath, so right now we are facing the previous high and also this range low for support. Does that mean that you should be getting into Solana heavy? Probably not, as the crucial level right now to actually break through this downtrend is a bounce back up towards these highs, and then a flip would trigger continuation to the upside. So trend is still down. If you want to build positions, those lower levels are interesting here overall. We've also had some beautiful bounces from the level that we derived initially, and right now it's back into the next support zone. But as you see here, we should be flipping 150 next if we want to continue. So I hope you have enjoyed this small update. I'll be back tomorrow with a fresh new one. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.